It's time for another Lakewood Ranch real estate market update, and this time we're going to talk about December of 2023 and how it compared to last year. So let's do it. Welcome to sunny Lakewood Ranch, Florida, where right now the temperature is actually in the low 50s. So I've got a little sweater here. It's actually kind of nice because usually it's 80, 90 degrees all the time. It's a great break. It might be cold, but it's better than snow. Today I'm walking around one of our favorite villages, Country Club East, here in Lakewood Ranch. It is a 100% built out, no more new construction, but most of the houses here are probably built in the last year to 2 years. Country Club East is a really great neighborhood in the sense that it has a lot of different neighborhoods within it, and you can get large custom homes all the way down to condos, believe it or not. So there's pretty much options for everybody here in this community. So if that's of interest to you and you want to talk more about Country Club East, reach out, happy to do that. If you're someone who doesn't like statistics and all that kind of market data stuff, this video is probably not your jam, but I'm going to start up some cool music right now. And that way you can at least look over my shoulder at the houses in Country Club East while I go over the data. This is December of 23 versus December of 2022. All the data I get from the multiple listing service, and I remove all the new construction data because that kind of stuff would just skew all the numbers and really not tell us the true story. Let's get into it. Let's start out with the total number of homes sold. In December, that was 135. And if you look back to December of 2022, that was 121. And that's a 12% increase in volume, which is really significant. The national average for sales nationwide was down 6.2%, but that's not the case here because inventory is strong and we're actually 18% better than that. All right, moving on, let's talk about price changes. 49% of the December sales required a price reduction. And last December, that was basically identical, 49%. So in other words, of the 135 homes that sold, half of them required a price reduction in order to sell, and half didn't. The price reduced sales took an average of 105 days to go to contract in December. And last December, that was only 55 days. So almost twice as long. That's a big one. And they sold on average for 89% of their original list price, which is consistent with last year and other months. Roughly 11 to 12% overpriced, if you want to look at it that way. But when we look at how the well-priced, no price reduction needed group did, they averaged 20 days to go to contract, and they sold for 97% of their asking price. And that stat's consistent with the December data from last year. That was 17 days, 97%. So what's the takeaway for you? What can you do with this data? How can you use it and use this information to help? As a seller or a potential seller, it's obvious. Just make sure you're getting great, solid, honest, fact-based guidance from a realtor about pricing. And as a buyer in today's market, I would say if you see a house sitting on the market for sale longer than 30 days or so, it's likely overpriced, and there's a good chance that it's probably overpriced by about 12%. And really, there is no reason to overpay for a home in 2024. So as a buyer, make sure to get fact-based pricing guidance from a realtor and use that to structure your offer. All right, let's look at how many cash deals there were versus financed. 52% of the deals were cash, and that's an increase of about 3% compared to the year before. Totally in line with what I would expect to see because cash is a major mover in our market here. Quick recap. December 2023, the sales volume in our Lakewood Ranch, Florida area was up 12%. The days on market for the poorly priced homes that needed price reductions doubled, and there were slightly more cash transactions versus finance compared to the year before. That's it as far as the market update goes. So hopefully that was helpful information for you. If you have any questions or specific data that you think you would like us to provide you that would help, just let us know. Happy to pull that and work on that for you. We have a ton of additional resources on our website where you can learn all about this neighborhood and Lakewood Ranch in general. So be sure to hop over to soldbychenkus.com. You can see it down there on the bottom of the screen somewhere. And whether you're in the market for a new construction home, resale, or both, there are great options among the 53 Lakewood Ranch villages here for you to consider. If you're enjoying our videos, hit the thumbs up button, comment below, and be sure to subscribe to the channel to get notified when we put out the next one, and you won't miss a thing. If you need any assistance or you have any questions about this area, we would love to chat with you and start the conversation and just acquaint with what your real estate goals are and see how we can help you. Feel free to give us a call or an email anytime. The number's below, the website's below, and I think that's about it. So for my wife, Courtney, again, I'm Michael Chenkus with Charles Ruttenberg Realty here in Lakewood Ranch, Florida. Thanks for watching.
Don't forget to come back for more video updates, and if you want to keep watching, click the More Videos button here for a playlist of all things Lakewood Ranch.